crawled up a water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Geppetto's Creature Shop. Today I'll be working on a spider-like creature inspired by one of Bill Making Stuff's recent builds where he used vials to hold kind of a venomous fluid. I thought it'd be cool to make a spider for Halloween, albeit a bit delayed. I had these glass vials from some fragrance used in candle making. First step would be to drill some holes, as you can see here. I wanted to make sure they had a tight fit, and because these tops are threaded, it actually worked very well, securing them into the aspirin bottle here, which will serve as the main body. Now here we have the main body of the spider put together, and of course, what is a spider without legs? So I went ahead and drilled all these holes in preparation for some styrene rod and the creation of some spider legs. I thought I had filmed it, but what I did was I melted the end of the rods to create a knee joint to get the angle correct. I wanted to create some type of razor blade feet. So what I did was take this jeweler saw and saw some slits into the ends of the styrene rod. I went ahead and inserted some of those dental picks that you saw me use on my last build with the fish as razor blade kind of feet. And now that the main body was built, it was time to go to primer.
Cabochons, that's what we need. We need cabochons. Cabochons.
Fellow YouTuber Dan Does seems to have an affinity for these cabochons, so I had to get some for myself and see what all the fuss was about. Being a thrifty maker, I try my best to find items that I can use when I make my builds. However, I couldn't come to a decision on how to make the eyes for the spider. And these cabochons did the trick. They're fairly cheap on Amazon, and I bought this multi-pack here. Comes in all different sizes, so I'm sure I'll be using much more of these in the future.
Cabochons.
I hear you got a lot of flocking birds.
I tend to do a lot of metal and rusting themes when I do these builds, and I felt like this spider really kind of needed a more organic feel to it. So I grabbed some static grass, slathered it all in Mod Podge, and proceeded to add the static grass as kind of a hair texture. You'll see in a few moments that shaking it out of the bottle was not the easiest, so I ended up just doing the dump method. Seeing as I don't have any UV resin, I decided to fill the jars with some clear yellow that's been sitting on my shelf for quite some time. I don't have caps for these vials, so I decided to use a glue gun to seal the tops. What I ended up having to do was actually find plastic pieces that inserted into the top of the vials and then hot glued those to make sure nothing leaked. And here it is, folks. The Nightmare After Halloween Before Christmas. Sorry I was a little late getting this one out, but as you know, life gets in the way. I think the flocking on this really gives it a more lifelike feel. And I haven't really decided if it's a biomech, or if it's a robot, or if it's just a engineered organic spider. I don't know. You could be the judge. I just put it on a simple base for now, because again, I ran out of time, and my local dollar store did not have any of the small skeletons that I wanted to use for bones on the base. For now, enjoy the glamour shots. Until the next build, be well.